Introducing HushFest, Cornwall's Festival of Quiet. I'm Hayley, founder of Quiet Connections, and in this short introduction, I'm going to walk you through where HushFest has come from, what it stands for, how it will take shape across Cornwall, and how you can be a part of it. If you are new to our work, this will give you a clear sense of who it's for and why it matters. If you're already involved, this is a chance to see how your contribution fits in with the bigger picture. HushFest is a pilot supported by Feast and Creative Kerno. It grows from years of bringing quieter people together and seeing what happens when we feel at ease. In July 2026, that work comes together across Cornwall through exhibitions, workshops, performances, and installations shaped by the people who choose to take part. So Quiet Connections has been around since 2017, and we've been bringing introverted, sensitive, and shy people together in spaces where gentleness is recognised and welcome, and our quiet experience is understood, and our quiet strengths are valued and appreciated and celebrated. Connection and belonging are the reason that we exist. People often will come to a meetup feeling quite anxious, and they take the time to settle and to listen, and gradually they start to open up and allow themselves to be seen and heard more and more. And that's the magic of knowing that it's okay to be quiet and having a place where you can simply be. Our mission is to connect and unite and advocate for quieter people, creating opportunities to flourish and grow and express themselves in ways that feel natural to them. So many of us grew up being told you're so shy, or why don't you talk more, and seeing louder people around us being celebrated while we felt like we were in the shadows and not good enough. But over time in our quiet community, people begin to see themselves more and more positively. They see how thoughtful and observant and creative and capable they really are. And our big dream is for a world where quietness is understood and valued and celebrated. So as part of our work, we aim to gently reframe quiet in our communities, widening that picture of what quietness means by sharing lived experience and creative expression and highlighting all of the positive things about quietude. We know that quietness already carries so much depth and imagination and leadership. And HushFest is bringing this into public view so others can encounter it for themselves and just reframe quiet in the most gentle way that we can. We have seen what's possible. So since 2017, we've been holding regular meetups and adventures, creative workshops, talks and exhibitions with and for quiet people. Whilst we have always focused on creating connection and belonging, there's always also been a gentle undercurrent of creativity that often emerges in these spaces. Over the years, we've watched people return to parts of themselves that they thought they'd left behind. For example, they might pick up some wool after decades and sit crocheting quietly beside somebody else. They might draw for the first time in years, start poetry. They might bring in a photograph to share that they wouldn't have shared otherwise. They might speak a little bit more than they ever expected to. We did a exhibition at Helston Museum, the I Was, I Am, I Will Be exhibition, and the room at the top of the museum displayed work that was created by so many people within our community. And there are a few examples within this image. So on the top left, you can see a large interactive collage with those figures linking together with threads. Each one represents lived experience of quietness or introversion or social anxiety. And what we found is that people were standing in front of this piece for a long time. They were tracing the threads, reading the words, threading the wool through experiences that aligned with them. And they were recognizing themselves in what others had shared. They were sort of connecting over shared experiences, realizing I am not alone, and so many other people have very similar experiences to me. And that was a surprise for a lot of people. Next to that, you can also see the white bust made by Julie that's split open in places with bright colour pushing through to the surface. It shows that what is often seen on the outside doesn't tell the whole story. Someone might see us as quiet or withdrawn, but there's vibrancy under the surface. Bottom left, you can see poetry displayed in frames, and the crocheted picture of hands is a lovely interactive piece where you place your hand against the handprint to listen to a quieteer tell their own personal story. This is just a few examples of what quiet creativity can do. And HushFest builds on our work over the years, the meetups, the gatherings, the creativity, the workshops, talks, and exhibitions. HushFest is about celebrating quietness as richness and presence. It's creating calm, inclusive spaces where connection can unfold at its own pace and honouring quiet in Cornwall's landscapes. It invites the same appreciation for each other and ourselves. This is an invitation to recognize quiet as something vibrant, vital, meaningful, and shared. Something co-created with people taking on roles that suit them, such as making or creating, curating, performing, welcoming, leading or helping behind the scenes. Contribution is woven throughout the festival. So HushFest is already coming to life. Across Cornwall, people are beginning to make in their own time, individually or collectively creating. Quieteers are offering creative workshops in crochet, collage, painting, lino printing, and more. So you can try new methods and create together. A photography club is starting up, which will be forum-based with optional gatherings. An original song is taking shape from within our community. That evening, we'll gather performances shaped by people who have something to say, sing, or share in their own way. Quiet Hearts sits at the centre of one of our exhibitions, and it's a collaborative installation shaped by many people. Each heart is made individually through different fabrics, stitches, colours, and stories. Sometimes created quietly at home or in small workshops and gatherings around Cornwall. When they are brought together, they form a collective piece that reflects the depth, the variation, and vibrancy within our community. The individuality of each heart remains visible, and together they show what becomes possible when quiet people feel valued, safe, and belongingness just as they are. All of these ideas are being led by quieteers within our community. This is how HushFest grows, through people like you choosing to contribute in your own way and at your own pace. So we have a couple of exhibition spaces already. HushFest unfolds in the second week of July, and we have two places that act as anchor spaces for those exhibitions. One is St Hubert's Church near Newquay, and the other is Create Contemporary Crafts Hub in Campbell. You'll be able to walk in and spend time with the work, attend a workshop or gathering there, or simply sit and take it in. From there, the festival may extend further outwards. That is really up to you. It could expand through a small window installation, smaller exhibitions, nature-based experiences, contributions appearing in different towns and settings across Cornwall. This is intentionally a distributed festival across the county. So something that is designed to suit our quieter ways of being. So not big crowds, not fast-paced. So something that matches our gentle energy. The first year here gives us space to experiment and learn and create something that we can continue to grow in time to come. So there are 4 themes that we have thought about to offer different entry points into HushFest. Quiet and nature connects with Cornwall's landscapes and seascapes and wildlife through maybe walking or photography, sound, and your own creative responses to sense of place. Quiet and self makes room for reflection and deeper self-understanding and expression through maybe journaling or poetry or making. Quiet in relationship explores shared silence and conversation and storytelling and the connection between us in our communities, in our friendships, in all of our relationships and across generations. And quiet in creativity may bring exhibitions, performance, film, textile work, and visual art into public view. These themes aren't boxes to fit yourself into, they do overlap and they inform each other. You might begin in nature and find that it becomes something personal. You might start with a creative idea that turns into connection. These are simply starting points to help you explore quietness in ways that feel meaningful to you. So HushFest is co-created. It's shaped by the people who take part, and every contribution matters. You might create something quietly at home. You might join a creative session. You might share your own skills by hosting a workshop. You might volunteer in an exhibition space. You might perform. You might help to organize behind the scenes. You choose your level of visibility, you choose your pace, you choose your own role. And there's no headline act and no central cast. The festival is a collective piece. It's made up of many individual contributions. We are fellow explorers creating something new together. And that shared authorship is really the point. So there are practical ways that you can step in and take part, and you can make something. You can host a workshop, a creative session or gathering. You can support as a curator or a welcomer or an organizer, or you can join a small group shaping a piece of the program. You don't need to do everything. You just need to find the one piece that really feels right for you. So what feels like it could be yours? This is really the moment to pause and to consider that. What feels like it could be yours? So is there an idea that you've carried quietly for years, a skill that you haven't used in a while, maybe a curiosity that you have about bringing people together? It could be something quite small. It could be something leading into something bigger. It could just be a little inkling of an idea at this point. HushFest grows through those individual decisions to step into it. So take some time to consider what you would like to nurture and what you would like to share. If HushFest does speak to you, these are your next steps. Please visit the HushFest website page to download the information available, and sign up for updates at quietconnections.co.uk/HushFest. And you can already begin making on your own or with others, gather up a group, attend a workshop, or join an ideas drop-in session and talk it through. And let the ideas and your contribution unfold from there. So just a few things that are coming up. We have the ideas drop-ins with Michael. And these are practical exploratory spaces where you can test an idea, ask questions, develop something at your own pace, and have somebody to just bounce thoughts off of. Each contribution will be different. Some may already be fully formed, and some may be just a seed of an idea that is still under the surface, gathering energy before it opens. You don't have to arrive with a finished piece. You can simply come and explore. And together, our curiosities, ideas, and creativity will form a festival that reflects the full range of quiet expression. I've just included a few different workshops that we have coming up. So we have the lino printing session, the Discover Your Creativity workshop, photography club is starting. We have kids photography clubs coming up very soon. Crochet, stained glass, collage. There's a painting workshop that's been offered. And we have silent art club running online every 2 weeks, which you are welcome to join, and we'll be working on HushFest in our own comfortable homes, but together online. So that's HushFest, Cornwall's Festival of Quiet. Thank you for joining us, and I look forward to seeing how you choose to contribute to HushFest in the coming weeks.